Welcome to a tour of my new craft room. You saw in my last video this total redo of this room. So it's got all the befores and afters. And this side of the room behind me is the craft supplies, or the craft room side. And the other side, which we'll look at next time, is the family archives. So today I am going to share with you how I store and organize all of my scrapbooking supplies. The first thing about organizing your craft room is to think about what is within reach. So I want my favorite things pretty much within reach. And one of those things is paper. So we'll talk about how I organize that more when we sort of walk around the room. Look at my desk in front of me. You'll see that I have my 13 by 13 inch mats right in front of me, and I've got this little tool storage tote with the things that I use all the time: my pens, my corner rounder, my adhesives and scissors right there in front of me. And then I have a planner because I work here too, and then my trimmers, my photo trimmer and my 12-inch trimmer, everything right here within easy reach while I'm working. Over to my right, I have some tools. Remember last time I talked about this nice little VHS shelf, and I converted it into a border maker punch holder, and it holds about 48. So they overflow just a little bit, but I'm very, very pleased with that. Now, I store more border maker punches in my Creative Memories border maker organizer. And that has a lid that can go over the top, so you can carry it to retreats if you want to. I used to store all of my border punches in a larger version of this home decor box. And it's sort of hit or miss if you can find, well, you find different designs in places like Home Goods, but now I have my shelf that I store them in. And then talking about repurposed furniture, I inherited this old sewing box from my aunt, and at first I didn't know what I was going to do with it, but the shelves pull out like this. And I thought that is perfect for my pens. And if you open up the other side, I have washi tape and some miscellaneous tools and adhesives. So I absolutely love the storage in there. Just an old vintage sewing box. Smaller shelf, I have my smaller albums, my scrap journals, and my 8x8 albums. And then on the bottom shelf, I have my idea books. I have some Creative Memories idea books, and then I have a lot of printouts from classes I've taken. I've got the Creative Memories idea binder, and honestly, it's kind of expensive for just a binder. You could use those white ones like I have on the other shelf, but it comes with all of these cool dividers. And so I put my project playbooks, project recipes, my virtual crop sketches, they all go in here. And these are file mates that I use for temporarily organizing things. They have 12 pockets in them. So one of these is the start of a heritage album where I have some categories divided up. And I think we still have the school version there. So that's a good way for organizing something if it's a big project. On the top shelf, I have my albums in work. And honestly, some of these are so close to being finished, like my wedding album. The last few pictures and pages are in one of these boxes, and I need to just get it done. But this is my current year, which I've actually done pretty well. But anyhow, albums in work. Like I said, some almost finished. And then these are albums that I have pulled from my stash that I want to use. I actually just ordered some custom spines for a lot of these. And by the way, I'm a Creative Memories advisor, and This is not my store, y'all. All of this is just my personal stash. So if you want to see my shop sometime, or if you want to see where I keep my completed albums elsewhere in the house, then just say something in the comments. So the next shelf, I had some sticky notes on here, but they got lost in the move. These are completed pages. So I've either taken classes and made some pages and they don't have pictures on them yet, or I've taught classes and I had extra pages. So one of these said fall and winter and one of these said spring and summer, and I can just pull out pages when I need them. And these are a few unfinished projects, like I was talking about the last few pictures for my wedding album. Then there's the paper. This is one of the supplies that I reach for the most often. And I have most of these things in a Power Project folder. And what that means is, let me put it on the table for you. Power Project folder has these 2 pockets, well 3 pockets on the front, and I usually put embellishments in one side and mats in the other side and little scraps. This 3rd pocket up here is good for little scraps and miscellaneous things to do with that collection. Actually, sometimes I put multiple collections if they're related. So this is a couple of things, and I consolidate them as I use them up. If there's just a couple of sheets left of a collection, I might combine it with something similar, like another travel. So the middle big pocket, you can put big embellishments in it. It's really for paper, and you can put several packs in it because it's gusseted on this side. It expands a little bit. Then on the back are 2 long pockets, and I put stickers and borders or laser cut borders in these pockets. So I just love the Power Project folders. I organize my paper and collections by season. I have, oh, by the way, you can get dividers, cardstock, and one of these totes as a bundle. I think that's the only way you can get the dividers. And I have put labels on them. I used Creative Memories labels, but honestly they didn't stick that well because this is really slick plastic. So I just used shipping tape to reinforce it. This is my colors in every day. And then the beginning of the year, you know, January is like celebrations, so I put all the birthday stuff here. And then I have spring, and I also put Easter and faith stuff in under spring. Then I have travel, because I kind of think about that with summer, but you could travel any time of the year. Summer and the beach, and then camping and outdoors. Then I put vintage. I kind of think of heritage album things as going with family, and I kind of associate family with Thanksgiving. So, I mean, however it works in your head to organize your papers, but that's what I do, is I do it through the year, and then some things I associate with a holiday, like family stuff, goes near the Thanksgiving stuff. Kids stuff goes after summer, so baby collections and school, then fall and Thanksgiving and Christmas and winter. So that is how I organize my paper. Shelf, I have some more tools. I think I forgot to say what I keep in this box now. These are just handy things that I use all the time, like my fine tip pens and my custom cutting system templates are there. Then I have my punches, and this is a popular thing. I think it's called Stamp and Storage, but I keep a lot of my punches in there. And oh, by the way, so I haven't labeled all of them. Let me see. Looks like I have a few that I need to label, but I started labeling them with the stickers that came in our tools tote, and I'll show you the tools tote in a minute. And then they didn't offer those stickers anymore. So now I use these right-on stickers. So you have skinnier ones and fat ones, and the skinnier ones are about the same size that those stickers were. So I just write what I need to and cut it off, and then label my punches. And I have a few more punches over here, so I'm overflowing. Maybe I'll get another one of these someday, but we'll see. So I just keep them in one of those boxes. And the bottom shelf, I have pages, leftover Frosted Fab pages, page protectors, and ongoing current projects or things that I haven't finished that I have put in Power Simple sleeves. Like I'm working on a trip to Florida from several years ago, and I have some pages done, but I also have a Power Simple pocket with maps and some things that I wrote back then, because this was in 2010, memorabilia in it, and some stickers that I'm going to use, and they're all in this Power Simple sleeve for me to get around to finishing. When I'm working on several projects, like when I go to a retreat, I take one of these, they call them pods. It's sort of an organizer basket, and it fits in our other totes. So I put several of these projects and then the paper that I'm using and fit that all in here and take it with me. I have some empty project pockets and sleeves here, and then some old scraps by color, and that one. Down here I have here are some more sleeves that I use when I'm doing a project, and then my project recipe templates are down here. On the other shelf, I have my Power Sort with current photos, and we'll talk more about Power Sort boxes when we're on the archive side of the room. But these are the current things that I've taken recently, and I'm working on those with this year's album. This is my little miscellaneous stash of things I use a lot, like those write-on stickers and peekaboo pockets and foam squares. All those sort of skinny little things I use fit right here. This is my card organizer, and I have the cards that I've made organized by sort of type. And then over here are some card supplies. Next, below the paper, is my border maker system and cartridges. So first we have this tools tote for the border maker system. And let me pull that out and show you. It can get a little heavy because there are 2 layers of these border maker cartridges, and here's my border maker system. And what I used to use, and now it has my overflow, is this was a kitchen utensil divider that I just picked up at Aldi, and it is the perfect size for my border maker cartridges. So you see, if you turned it around, this would be like where your spoons and forks and knives would go, and I don't know, maybe you'd put your serving spoons up here, but it's metal and sturdy and fits all these border maker cartridges. And I used to have the border maker system over here, but now it holds the labels for my Power Project folders. And this just fits under a divider, just a little metal shelf that I think I got at the same time when I got this. Next we have just some miscellaneous storage. This is a box left over from some old scrapbooking supplies, and it has my inks in it, which I'm just getting started in ink, but it fits right there. And this is our prototype of Creative Memories embossing system. So that's not available to customers yet, but you see it's pretty lightweight. And Creative Memories does sell these little storage totes, and it fits perfectly in there including the 12-inch embossing templates. On the bottom shelf, I have these sort and stash binders. This one is where I keep borders and things that I have made in classes, so I can just pull them out whenever I need them. So lots of cute things. There are different size pockets you can get. So like 5.5 by 5.5, and these long 6 by 12s. There are some other sizes too. My other sort and stash binder, and I may move these to my scrap journal stuff, but this is, I call it words and cards. So when we have card kits, we usually have some bonus supplies like bling or maybe some seals or some extra words. And I got our little, I think they're 3 by 3 pockets, and I just have lots of different words sorted in here. And then I have some leftover card supplies and the instructions from the card kits, because you might want to keep those and make those from scratch. I have a separate section for Christmas because there's so much of Christmas, and that's what I use this one for. And you see some of them had so many extras, so many bonus materials. This is a great place to keep it. I have some miscellaneous things like my bow and envelope creator, I think that's my jumbo circle custom cutting system, and an old sticker file mate with a lot of old stickers in it. Yeah, 3-hole punch from my teaching days. And that's the main part. I still have a crate back there. I'm going to bring up another shelf, and that is some of my old creative memory supplies. And then this is my rolling cart. And you know, when I was downstairs, I had a lot of things on the floor, and I just worked out of this rolling cart. And I think I'm still going to keep some of the things that I just use all the time. And I have some pages and things that are ready to go to the next event that I go to. So that's how I store and organize my scrapbooking supplies. So I hope you got some good ideas from that. I know everybody's different. Everybody's craft room is different. I'm really pleased because this is a nice new space for me. And I hope that you have some kind of nice new space, even if it's just a corner or a table where you can relax and do your scrapbooking. Tune in next time, and I'll share how I store my old photographs and memorabilia. See you then.